Okay, so welcome to each one of you, and thank you, Sanket, for joining with us. So we are going to be taking this podcast really raw for our audiences once again. What we want is a one-to-one conversation straight from the heart, just nothing scripted, just whatever you like want to say about the questions that we have, for you, and probably what the current audience is looking for. So we want to keep giving out to the audience. That's what we have in plan at the moment. So we want as much information to be provided and make awareness about SEO in general as well. So we're going to be talking today about link building. I mean, basically backlinks and everything that we are going to be discussing through the whole podcast, and a few questions that we have, like basically what the industry is currently, having queries about. So we're going to be discussing that about Sanket. And let me tell you, Sanket is currently a SaaS Digital Marketing Specialist, and he's based from Edison, New Jersey, and the United States. So, thank you, Sanket, for first of all joining with us. And we have Saurabh Pandey as well, CEO and founder of Brandveda, and we are all from the same city, that is Ahmedabad. So, one kudos for there as well. So, Sanket, first of all, welcome to Brandveda and this podcast. Thank you so much for joining with us, and Saurabh sir as well.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Raju. I'm glad to be part.
That's great. So we're gonna be having some amazing question answer round, and we're gonna be just keeping it as simple as possible. Whatever that comes to your mind, whatever you have experienced till now
Mhm.
from the industry, we're gonna be talking all about that. Okay.
Right.
Great, great. So, first of all, Sanket, I mean, we definitely know you a little bit from LinkedIn and howsoever, but just if you could brief about yourself, what you kind of, the work and everything about your experience and everything, that would be great.
Mm. Yeah, so I have been like you already introduced me, but I'll just tell you a brief history, like how I got into it. It's almost a decade now that I have been in the digital marketing space. So I started right with like SEO, just creating backlinks. That was my first project. I didn't even knew
Hmm.
that is SEO, and I'll get involved in that. But at the time, I guess I was still in college, so this was
Okay.
side hustle at the moment. Then I got to know more about SEO and then the whole digital marketing thing. So I started with in the e-commerce industry, scaling
Right.
them scaling them organically, because most e-commerce in the people that start companies that start, that's their prime focus. Like to be profitable, they need good organic traffic. So I've been fortunate enough to start to work with the startups who have been in the e-commerce as well as SaaS startups as well. And
Hmm.
I have scaled with a few of them. A few of
Hmm.
them changed minds. So yeah, but a lot of most of the companies are now doing few pros in Indian terms. And SaaS industry, like it is one of the most competitive industry you can say for organic traffic. And I'm
Correct.
glad that they are getting organic customers now, basically organic leads, and they are converting itself. So let's see what future holds for the new space now.
Great, great, great. That's great. So, first of all, like, that's great. So, I think we should be starting up, not delaying much with the questions. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, great, great, great. So, if we talk about in general about SEO, right? So, majority of the people have this notion that backlinks is one of the most important things that is required for SEO, right? Now, can you explain a bit of the importance of backlinks in SEO and how actually that influences in the ranking of a website?
Well, backlinks, what I have experienced is they used to be one of the most crucial part of SEO,
Mm-hmm.
specifically for off-page SEO. But with the recent updates, they have been less and less important, but they are
Mm-hmm.
still important. Like if you're starting a new website,
Mm-hmm.
irrelevant to the industry, To get your website indexed and scrolled from any search engine, you would require a number of backlinks.
Correct.
In terms of quality, now at the moment, like quality of backlinks, which has been much more important rather than just the quantity. Like when I started out, I know like, we could just create backlinks from any websites, from irrelevant of the quality, and the we would see the improvement in the rankings. But
Hmm.
now, if the backlinks are not coming from quality sites, or if they are not quality backlinks, then you're just wasting your time and resources. They are not gonna help you improve your rankings anyhow.
Correct, correct, correct.
Even
So
today, I
anything.
guess, yeah,
Mm-hmm,
so for your domain authority, you still
mm-hmm.
need, and
Of
to
course.
that. So
Great, great. Anything that you would like to add, sir, on this topic?
Absolutely, yes, because you said backlinks are still very important for any business. The only thing you rightly said is quality is more important than quantity. But at the same time, if you can mix quality and quantity, it's going to be a game changer.
so,
And I've seen with a lot of projects, where we have scaled creating backlinks. So we have been creating backlinks from last 18 years.
yeah,
So you rightly said, 2006, 2005, it was a different era when we
sure,
used to get backlinks from any site. But now things have changed. So quality absolutely is important. It again depends on the mindset that you have while creating a backlink and the approach. So a lot of people, they do a lot of approach, but very few of them really get some good links. Probably, we'll talk about this also. But backlinks are really very important. So as you said, Sanket, recent Google guidelines, you'll find some tweets coming from John Mueller as well. So where he's talking about backlinks, okay, it's going down, but I think it's still very important. You cannot
absolutely.
rank a website without a link. You need to have some good referral links.
Right, right, absolutely. So, links is definitely a very much important, but on the other hand, this is gonna be a controversial question, I might believe, but let's see. I hope this video doesn't get taken out, but let me still ask you. Any which ways, like whenever we are talking about backlinks, the basic question now, Google doesn't like this algorithm of buying links, but still outside the market, definitely buying links is also something which is very much common, right? So the big question here is buying links still a good idea? And what is your idea about it, Sanket?
Well, to be honest, I am strictly against buying backlinks. Because what I have seen is you can buy it from the most reputed sites. But
Hmm.
as any search engine, they now they all their algorithms are improving day by day. And with the now, I guess almost all the search engines have integrated AI in their search. So if you are buying backlinks sooner or later, Google this algorithm will catch up, and it will plug that loophole. Like I consider like buying backlinks as a short-term loophole. Like you can use it to gain gain your rankings or certain improvement in your rankings for a short time, but sooner or later it might be it might not work for you. So rather than buying, what I would suggest is just building relations with the website owners or certain bloggers in your niche, and then asking them for the backlinks. That would be much more beneficial for the website in the future, in the long run.
Right, right, right. Anything that you would
Yes,
like to add, sir?
I think you said rightly, because when you go to Fiverr, you'll find a lot of people who are actually,
Yeah.
giving you link at cost of $1, $2, or $5. Probably no to all these backlinks, because this might be very dangerous. And point number two is, I find a lot of good websites. So I'm not against buying backlinks, but scenario can be different. So I've seen a lot of websites. They are really working hard on their website. They are creating content, and then in exchange of a link, probably they might not be interested in content, but they might be interested in getting a commercial value of that link also. So again, it again depends on scenario to scenario. But you said rightly, Sanket, our first goal should not be going after buying links. We should be probably creating links, and then start building relationships, and then try to acquire some good link. This is the way that Google wants us to get links.
Mm,
So
Hmm.
absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
Right,
so I was
right,
like,
right.
let's say if I'm getting a backlink from any a reputed site like SEMrush, it's one of
Mm,
the best tools, right?
mm,
If we
mm.
are getting backlinks of from any such tools, as long as they are relevant to the industry,
Understood. Yes.
I'm glad to pay whatever the amount they are asking for, because that is gonna be beneficial to me. But
Yes.
Correct.
buying from any low quality backlinks, that is not worth it.
Because I've
Right.
seen, I've met one of partners. So we work with a lot of vendors, Sanket. So I met some of vendors coming from Philippines or some different countries, and they simply sell at $2 and $3 and $4 and $5. And this is a misconception with I've seen with a lot of business owners, which is say no to all these backlinks because it actually people will get to know when they will lose traffic or when they will lose business, will get to know that these links are not going to work. But you said rightly, because any good website they might want you to do some passive transaction, and if you have money, go ahead for it. So again, we need to check relevancy and some other key matrices before we go ahead. But Rajiv, this is the most important question, and I'm glad that you asked
Mm.
this question. This platform, yes.
Yes, yes, absolutely. But even in such scenarios, say businesses are businesses, they still are a bit inclined towards, buying those links, or maybe the current agency itself sometimes is pushing towards buying the links just to get the businesses, right? So, if I want to make them aware, like some potential dangers or downsiders business can have if they particularly buy such kind of backlinks, what could it lead to, Sanket?
The worst nightmare could be a Google penalty. Yes, but Google penalty would be the would be on a much later stage. I guess it would
Mm,
you would start saying like if you have a lot of low quality links, you buy bulk links. Now,
mhm.
as Saurabh mentioned earlier, on Fiverr for a couple of bucks, you can get few thousand links easily, and that is in like
Correct.
24 to 48 hours. That's what they promise. So such links will just drop your ranking. And once you drop, even if you lose one position, it can have a huge impact on your conversion and revenue.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
and if your ranking drops because you went against Google's or any search engine guidelines, it is very hard to recover from it. And the
Mm,
effort that you'll need, the time and money that you would have need to invest, it's simply not worth it. Rather than I would prefer rather not buying links and just stay where you are and try for some other organic matters.
Yes, and same way,
perfect.
we have
Perfect.
seen that even once your website is hit. So I've came across many cases where website is hit by, some algorithms. It becomes very difficult to recover those websites. So ultimately, we are paying, 10 times more in order to get things back. And at the
Right.
same time, in order to all these things, you need to have again very skillful people who actually does all kind of jobs. So I've done with so one of my client, Sanket, I'll tell you that we do have clients from Canada, an Irish client, and
Mhm.
something happened with them and they're paying a lot of money. So the question is why they've spent those money in initial time, for buying those links. Now they're paying 10 times more. They are now having low visibility and they're paying more, and there is still no guarantee, right? Because
Sure.
so getting a website penalized and getting back to track, it takes a lot of efforts, probably in terms of time,
Yeah.
money, and efforts. So I think rather we should be stay away from those things, and then we need to be patient, and we need to think how it can be done in a very positive way or in a right way. So this is important, Rajiv.
Mm.
Yes.
Great, great. So basically, doing the right thing is more important than just getting a quick result, right? SEO is all about taking time, but once it takes, I mean, it's like a tree. Once you've sown it, it matures, it bigs, and it can give you big fruits as well. But something which is, something you want a fast result, well, it's not healthy for the health as well. So something which can relate to SEO in simple terms, but yeah. So, on the other hand, let's discuss about. We understood that buying links is not going to do any good to any businesses. So, on the other hand, what kind of effective and reliable link building strategies that you would tell us, Sanket, in the current 2024 scenario?
Also, to, before you start buying backlinks from other websites, also just
Mm-hmm,
have a look at your internal linking.
mm-hmm,
First, let's just fix the internal linking. and
Mm-hmm.
schema markup, which has been very crucial in the recent
Mm.
time for your ranking. Once that
Correct.
is sorted, then we can focus on backlinks from other sites. For that,
Mm.
what I prefer is creating a good piece of content, and doesn't need to be very long. Even short contents are fine. Something like this webinar, you could share it on your social media, and then you can get backlinks from those social media pages. Those, if
Correct.
you're getting links from your any proper social media sites, those are a great way to have them. Then you can hire influencers. Uh, they can post it on their website, bloggers, uh, to publish your blog or any piece of content with the bloggers. It's better if you have build a relationship with them first, and then try to pitch your content to publish it on their website, because you can with this way you can mutually benefit, both of them can benefit from it. So these are these are the basic ways which you could start. And
Mm.
one other point that would emphasize is your local listings, just like Google My Business and other listings. They are the best way to get credible backlinks.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Any other techniques that you would like to add, Saurabh,
I think
on
guest
this?
posting gonna be again very important. So we can do with the guest posting. We do a lot of guest posting. So
Mm.
brands can focus on guest posting, provided if they have content in place. Now, a lot of business owners, they are not able to start this kind of activity because they are not actually investing in content. Because when you talk about creating backlink, it's also about investing in content, because backlink and content, they go together. So I cannot think of scaling my backlink without content strategy in place. So I think guest blogging gonna be very important. Get in touch with good websites, do some link prospecting, try to find what kind of traffic they do have, and domain rating, and then quality links, all those things. You can look into, and then start pitching them. So you can give some good content, and then try to get backlinks. So I've seen a lot of people, they focus a lot on guest blogging. This can be a very good method. Next is, what you can do is, you can also go ahead with link exchange. In case if you have a lot of pages on the website, you can go with link insertion also, so that you can get some links. Mentions gonna be again important. So we got many links, Sanket, by just people who have mentioned our link on their blog. We just started outreaching to them.
Mhm.
Mentions can be a good way. I think renovating old content is again very important. So I do have a lot of use
Mm.
cases where renovating old content is giving good link than guest blogging. So I'm not saying guest blogging bad or good. The point is, these are some very amazing strategies. Even if you can publish applications, you can get good links from Google Play Store or Android or Apple. Publish a good book. So in short, you need to create content. There are a lot of ways. But the only thing we need to understand is, when we talk about quality links, the point is, do we have a processes and system in place? Because so one thing is that we need to focus, Rajiv, is number one is the quality, and at the same time, I focus on quantity as well. Because I know
Correct.
that, because you see that sometimes you work with a client where we also need to understand is how many links I should have. So again, questions
Mm.
comes back to, because the efforts that we are putting in, we want to rank a website, we need to get closures, we need to make sales, right? So it again depends, it depends scenario to scenario, but these are some amazing ways to build backlinks. And I think you can work on any of these methods to get links. So guest posting, link renovation, I think updating old content, then mentions, and there are a lot of other ways, but these are some of the ways that people use it in industry as of now.
Perfect, perfect. So, on this contrary, like I have two of the really good people out here in this podcast who have a lot of industry experience. Okay. So, first things like you have definitely encountered so many agencies and maybe for individual businesses as well, right? Like, what kind of examples that you can share by which like where link building has helped them thrive this business to an exponential level or maybe made them struggle as well. So any of those experiences in your entire professional career would be great, Sanket.
Sure. See, so in my opinion, as long as you use backlinks wisely, your business
Mm-hmm.
is gonna thrive.
Okay.
But I have seen instances where people have misused backlinks and it has hurt them very bad. Also,
Mm-hmm.
when I started, I remember I had one of my first e-commerce clients.
Mm.
So he had he did not have his e-commerce website yet. So he used to,
Okay.
divert for buying. He used to divert it to marketplaces,
Mm.
but he was outranking all of his competition.
Mm-hmm.
He was based in India, so he was
Mm.
outranking all of his competition, and there was a huge gap between him and the very next competitor. So
Correct.
he obviously he was with an agency. Then he decided, hey, why am I paying this much amount? I would rather hire someone. And
Mm.
this was his biggest mistake. He decided to
Okay.
hire an intern who had no SEO experience. So he
Mm,
came
Mm-hmm.
because he was under the pressure that he has to show something. He started creating bulk backlinks, and
Mm.
within 2 months he saw such a huge drop in his traffic. His rankings
Mm-hmm.
dropped, like he was thrown from first page.
Okay.
And in the right after 2 months he got penalized by Google. And that's when
Mm.
he realized that, what huge mistake he had made. And then when I looked at it, though, I just suggested him, the place where you are, the intern had created so many backlinks from adult sites that his traffic had improved for a short term. Like he was getting the likes and likes of visitors, but zero conversions from them.
mm,
But because there was Google penalty, so the only way left for him, what we had suggested was just get on a different domain and start from it, because it won't be worth recovering from Google
Mm.
penalty. Even there's no guarantee that you would even recover, even if you
Mm.
spend, no matter how much time you spend. So eventually he had to start with a new domain. So it was basically starting a fresh business.
From scratch.
How he was competing with everyone. What he used to add, because he had got penalty, he couldn't even do like permanent redirects from that domain to
Mm.
the new domain, because that would just result on having the same penalty on the site.
Second.
So it took him more than close to a year just to reach back on the first page. I'm not even talking about top three ranking, just to be appear on the first page on one of the keyword.
Mm.
So you need to use backlinks wisely.
Mm.
This has been the best example that I had seen.
experience is very
Mm.
important, Sanket. So a lot of time people do that. I've also seen,
Mm.
encountered many such cases. So you cannot compare, someone having a good experience with someone coming fresher. So both are good, equally good, but again, it depends where we are using them and where skills are getting utilized. I'll tell you that this is the reason. So when I work with any agency, Rajiv, I just want to make sure that what all backlinks they've generated in the past and their
Mm.
impact on the current business. So
Correct.
if someone is, because you might find a lot of people who talk about SEO or PPC or Google Ads. The point is, are they really making money from those skill sets? Do they have tangible
Right.
results? Because you see that getting good backlink and assuming it is a big difference. And that's what experience comes into picture. As Sanket was rightly said, it happens in most of the scenarios. So I think we should always work with someone who's having a proven results. Because if my client is having, or let's say if my agency is having proven results, if they're consistent and if they're getting results, so chances are there that you will also get good results. Anyways, those people are not going to cheap, keep in mind, because they'll be charged because that's what they're meant for. But I think we should always not see as an initial investment. We should see how much value or business we can bring in if we put this much amount of money or budget in this project.
Yeah.
This is the mistake what a lot of business owner does. They just calculate initial investment. Probably we need to tell them in a right way how much money they will invest and what they can expect in 6 months or 8 months in terms of real revenue. So I think working with experts take business to a next level. I've seen with many people, because people, so when we also pitch now, sometimes it happens that, we charge $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, and someone is just charging $200 a month. It makes a lot of difference. So I was just saying to Rajiv, so I had a discussion with one of the clients. He said to me, Saurabh, your $5,000, $6,000 is too much for me. He said to me, I said, then leave it, then don't do it. Because I know that if you don't do this activity, and if you keep on doing the same activity that you have been doing for last 4 years, you will get the same results. Even if you continue with the same result, nothing going to change. So by not taking action, nothing going to happen. And experience is something very important. That's why it's very important to educate business owners as well, why they will be, they should invest in search and optimization, because long term, it's going to be a game changer in long term. So no doubt about it. And you cannot think of a website ranking on Google search without backlinks. I tell you, a lot of instances, Sanket, where, after all these Google algorithms and all, people started, talking about this on Twitter as well. A lot of people started arguing about backlinks as well. But, I really feel that you need to build good links. You should not stop this activity. Anyways, you can shift some of the budget to content part. So this can be done, but this is
it is still crucial to get your website ranked.
yes,
Correct.
yes.
Absolutely. So, yes, it definitely generates more business for sure for people who are looking to get that. But yeah, okay. So, forgetting about the other industries, Sanket, you are especially into SaaS in the current, right? So, if we are talking specifically from the SaaS point of view, okay. So, how does link building is different from the usual link building for other industries as well? Okay. And what such unique tactics do you use for specifically for SaaS company which is focusing on?
Hmm. So when it comes to SaaS, there is a significant difference for
Mm-hmm.
backlink, for creating backlinks. Because
Mm-hmm.
with SaaS, your niche is usually very narrow. So you
Mm,
need relevant websites, and the more narrow niche, the
mm,
less websites you have, or less scope you have to get backlinks from outside your internal linkings. So a few of the few which I'll start with are get websites like client testimonial websites, Trustpilots, or G2, or any of from the Gartner network. So
mm,
those websites are because you know you get backlink, as well as there is a customer testimonial over there. So a lot
correct.
of the sales part is taken care right there. Whenever, let's say, someone visits, you get organic traffic from them or referral traffic from them.
Correct.
Good part of the sales is already done. When they come
Mm,
to the meet, it's just making sure that your product fits their need. Other things that I would do, as earlier Saurabh mentioned, if your app, just publish the app on Play Store or Google App Store, sorry, Google Play Store, you can get relevant backlinks from there. And other would data-driven content, like publishing your content, like educating people, like how they can use it, how your product can. So if it's productivity tool that most companies use, with irrelevant of their industry. So nowadays, most productivity tool provide a ample amount of customization that individual can do it at their level, how they want everything. So educating people on how more and more ways to do it would be better. Like, yeah, people would share that on their social media pages. So you
mm,
would start getting links from there as well.
Mm.
So it, although like in SaaS, it's much slower approach in creating backlinks, but in the SaaS industry, most backlinks that you would generate would be of high quality compared to any other
mm,
industry.
And SaaS is very
correct.
competitive also. SaaS is very competitive.
So,
Yes. And you said
Even
Capterra
on.
and G2 Review, these are all popular sites. So whenever we used to buy any software, we simply go to these softwares, we check and we buy those softwares.
mm,
So review sites are very important. I've seen they,
Very
they are
important.
doing a lot of press release also these days. So
yeah.
a lot of things
Mm,
can be done. but it's different from normal category. Yes.
Correct. So normal products are still easy to be listed, and explaining those products is better. But when it comes to software as a service, well, people need to understand what actually, people have used it, and their experience does matter a lot when they actually do it, right? So, if any of your client, any of your testimonials has actually, share their experience of how actually it has been helpful in using those softwares, definitely it creates a huge impact in other buyers' mind, like Saurabh sir said. Yep, true. Yep. So, on the other hand, let's uh, discuss a bit about the new course which Saurabh sir has launched as well from his heart. So, Sanket, Saurabh sir has this particular course, which is the SEO Genius 4.0, state coming from his 18 years of experience and giving 25 plus hours of just pre-recorded sessions, plus on top of that, 9 live webinar sessions and complete from basic to advanced levels of SEO into CROs as well. So advanced from technical optimization, CRO, advanced link building, course content, customer journey, everything which is being included into this particular online course. Okay, so what would you, Sanket, in especially, like, if I'm gonna be giving you this kind of a course, what is the take from your side, Sanket?
I was when the Saurabh was close to a two or more than close to 2 decades of experience, right?
Correct,
So I've
correct.
seen digital marketing right from start and then evolve it to what it is right now. And I would say there's a huge difference. Like it's kind of the whole industry has changed. So learning something from him would be of great insights. Like I know like what works right now, and I
Mm,
can at least start it from there. Like let's say if I'm a business owner and I'm looking for expanding my business, I know what Saurabh is sharing at the moment. He has definitely worked in that industry, so he knows what is working right now. So
correct.
for me, it's say investment. Time is also an investment.
Yes.
So I would get invest less time and just get started from knowing what works rather than figuring out on myself on like trial and error what is working, what's not working. So that's gonna be
Mm,
a huge help to anyone getting to the like having the course.
Yes,
great, great.
because my goal is very simple, Sanket. So I was traveling, a few months back,
Mhm.
and one of my gurus said to me, Saurabh, can we change people's life at scale? And that's how we started with this project. I said, okay, I've done all this work. Let us help people getting better. And then we started launching this SEO Genius 4 because SEO is something which really excites me. It's been a lot of time. So we started training in Ahmedabad from 2013. So it's been
Right.
quite a while that we started in Ahmedabad. And then I was there in Mumbai for 10 years. So SEO is something which is, which really excites me, apart from, some other digital marketing channels.
Right.
But it's very interesting because I always say to my team also that, okay, building traffic is challenge number one. And the second challenge is when you start getting traffic, how are you going to convert them into a customer? This is the biggest challenge.
True.
And I've seen with a lot of websites, they do have a good traffic, but they are still struggling in conversion. So
Right.
again, customer journey becomes very important. Tracking part becomes very important in search and optimization because ultimate goal, Sanket, is to make money, to be happy, to make sure that we get we get what we give. So this is how it works.
That's true. I would add one more. Like as you mentioned, a lot of people for they are not aware that for them SEO is just getting more traffic, getting higher ranking.
Yes,
But for them, the actual metric should be the conversion rate. How
absolutely.
much, what conversion are you getting? You could be ranking on top. You
Yes.
could be getting the most traffic, but if you're not any of those traffic is not converting, you're not making any ROI on your investment. So I would
Correct.
say it's like focusing on conversion would be
Mm,
much better. It would give you much better ROI.
And I'll tell you what happens in real industry is so normal business owners, you see what they have mentality, most of them is Okay, that they think that, okay, we're going to have a source, which is Facebook or LinkedIn or Google organic source. And they always believe that source is the only game changer. So I think probably this is not true, because source can help you to, reach people onto your website, but what next? And that's why I always tell to my students that, okay, you should be good with measuring customer journey. You should know, what exactly people do on their website, what kind of videos they watch, and then what kind of buttons they click. So small changes, new perspective, the game changes, it goes to our next level. So I always say, getting a traffic is the biggest challenge, but the real issue starts when you start getting traffic. So you said rightly, Sanket. It was an amazing talk, I think. ये तो बहुत कमाल का रहा है जो आज का. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was a great talk. But before concluding this particular podcast, one last question, Sanket. If for business owner, if there was some key takeaways that you would tell them in terms of links, backlinks, and everything. So, what would be the key takeaways you would advise to the business owners in current times?
I would say like focus on building high quality, good organic backlinks. You
Hmm.
could, as long as you use ethical strategies to build those links,
Correct.
you are gonna get great results.
Hmm.
If you're looking to buy backlinks, so if, for a business owner, it would be, I guess, investment. When you say buy an investment, the business owners like they change their mindset. So if you're investing in backlinks, just to make sure that whatever backlinks you're buying, they are not from any shady sites. They are
Hmm.
relevant, reputed sites,
Hmm.
so that you get your return on it. And
Perfect.
in case you buy it from any irrelevant website, it might hurt your rankings. It might even
Hmm.
affect domain authority, your traffic. So
Hmm.
before you invest in buying, just to make sure that whatever you're buying is of good quality backlinks.
Yes.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I would say that, before you invest in backlink, invest in your website first.
Sure.
A lot of business owners, so it's very important that you should be investing on your website. So, which is again very important. So, because a lot of times,
Yeah.
website does not rank or does not work because business owners, most of time, they create website for themselves and not for users. And that's why they look for, 5, 10, 15, 20K website. So we need to invest in it, because if you have a content, and then just go ahead and start outreaching with for backlink. So every business start like this only, Sanket.
Sure.
So you'll never find a website until unless you buy, which already has 5,000, 10,000 to 12,000 good links. It takes a lot of efforts. I was doing some research. I can tell you some of the biggest brands that we know, they have 800 to 1,000 top level backlinks. So I'm talking about some big websites. So even if you start getting some good links, invest in content, it's going to be very easy, because a lot of time, if you don't have content in place, then it's going to be difficult for generating links, and then probably will stick to classified and directory submissions only. So which
Correct.
is
Correct. Correct.
very important. And which tool you use, Sanket, like in order to do a backlink audit, or let's
Exactly.
link? So which are your favorite softwares?
My most favorite is Moz and SEMrush. And to audit my backlinks, I rely more on the Google Search Console. Because that shows like, okay, what links is Google crawling, and so that's the most accurate data you can assume, because the search engine itself is Google. So it's a bit obvious that it makes sense to use its own tools for tracking.
Yes, yes. And any tool you use for outreaching, outreach to bloggers, or let's say doing link prospecting and then sending emails. So any software you use, or
And so I don't use any softwares as of now.
okay,
Because for SaaS, for me, it's better to outreach people and look people on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, yes, LinkedIn and some Discord groups. There are a lot of opportunities available. Yes, but
Yeah.
Ahrefs is also fantastic software. Moz, SEMrush,
Sure.
these are some
And
of.
for backlinks and to find bloggers, or Reddit is also a good tool.
Absolutely, yes.
Reddit can be tricky. You
Yeah, yeah.
need to
Hmm.
learn Reddit. Like it's not
Yes,
same like just any other social media.
yes, yes. Reddit is very, very powerful. You can meet a lot of good people on Reddit. Same with LinkedIn, gonna be very important
Yeah.
to find or get in touch with website owners or bloggers. But nice, so industry is evolving, Sanket. So it's growing, it's growing. So I'm very sure, coming days, it's going to be, full of opportunities in 2024.
So
Because now at least people
Correct.
have started.
integration of AI, like with AI is just integrated now. Like, so let's see how it changes the dynamics with the voice search and all of stuff. So it's
Hmm.
a nice industry, you have new challenges every day.
Yes, yes.
True, true,
It's
true,
important
true.
to be a part of those challenges as well.
Sure.
So this is,
But one thing is pretty sure that once you are through these challenges, you will be a different person. Saurabh sir always used to say me. So it's all about, changing. Uh, it might be difficult, there may be hurdles, but understand just having that passion to go through it. And if you keep it in your heart, I think you can reach as a different person and you will definitely evolve. And the growth is in discomfort, the growth is in chaos and not in simplicity. So yeah, that's so true when Saurabh sir used to say me. Okay, okay. So thank you so much, Sanket. It has been a wonderful
pleasure
conversation
is,
with you, and Saurabh, so you as well. So, to all the audiences, yes, we're going to be coming up with new, more such content as well. So today was backlinks and even more SEO contents coming through your way. So please be stay tuned, and we're going to be looking at it even more in the coming few days. Okay. So thank you so much, Sanket, for joining with us, and thank you, Saurabh, sir.
and we'll meet very soon. So let's meet next week, next weekend.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a pleasure. Thank you, for your time. It was an
Thank
amazing.
you for your time.
Yes, thank you for your time, Sanket.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, sir.
Fine, and wishing you a
Anytime.
lot of success.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Eh?
Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye.